Okay, in these last couple weeks, we have gained a lot of new subscribers, and so I figured I would give you guys a quick, brief introduction to who we are and what we do. So my name is Kayla Barreto, and my husband is Andres Barreto, and we have one daughter named Eliana, and one baby on the way that we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. But we are missionaries in Colombia, South America. So our lives in general are serving. We are planting a church in the south end of the city of Bogota. Bogota is the capital city, so it is a big city, but we are planting a church. My husband is the field director for Colombia, which just means that he oversees a group of missionaries through our missions organization. I'll put a link to the organization down below, to the Colombia page, so that you guys can check out all of the Colombia missionaries. But we have an incredible team, and our team actually lives in 3 different cities. So we have team members in Bogota, and then we have team members that live full-time in other cities. And some of them are serving church planting as well. Some of them serve in their churches, whether that's with women's ministry or worship, but everyone's serving in a local church, whether that's planting the church or serving in the church. And then in addition to that, we also have a camp director. So one of our team members helps us to plan outreach camps and kind of like camps to really help teens dive deeper in their faith. So some of them are for unbelievers, and then some of them are more of like a discipleship type camp. And that team member does a really great job. We did an incredible camp this year in Bogota with our church and with another one of our missionaries' churches. So we brought together our 2 churches that are planting and brought all those youth together. And then in October, they actually have another camp, and we're not 100% sure if my husband and I will get to go. We've been invited. We just have a lot to work through with baby and life and things, but there is another youth camp coming up that he is planning and working with the rest of our team to make sure that that goes well. We also have a Bible Institute director, and that person helps us to plan the Bible Institute throughout Colombia. So we host classes to train church leaders. It's not for the members of the church. The goal is to bring in church pastors and leaders and train them so that they can take it back to their congregation. Right now we are in 3 different cities. We're in Medellin, and that one has already started the actual classes. So that Bible Institute is up and running and underway. We are doing visits to Cordoba, and we have been visiting them, I want to say, for over a year now. And I guess I've never mentioned, but in order to start a Bible Institute class, like I said, it takes a process. We usually do 1 to 2 exploratory trips where we're making contacts, seeing if there is a location, a church building that has chairs and tables that they can loan us. Just contacts, literally it's networking. Then we do 2 to 3 conference trips. So not even preliminaries yet, where we literally reach out to the entire community, all of the churches, try to invite them, get them to come and get to know us and see our style of teaching and see our biblical foundation, like if they are wanting to come and continue attending. And then after that, we do 3 to 4 preliminary classes. And those preliminary classes are what really determines whether or not we start a Bible Institute, because we need to see consistency with the students, completion of work, and just in general that the logistics are functioning, that we have places to stay and places to meet. And so it's a process. It takes a couple years to go through all of those processes of trips and conferences and preliminaries, and then we start the 3 years of classes. But we are so thankful to have such an incredible team of missionaries here in Colombia, and they work so well together on all of those trips and just make it really seamless. So it's really beautiful to see how the team works together. And then we also have Urabá, and Urabá is in right about that same stage. So Cordoba and Urabá are in the process of preliminaries, making sure that we've got a site that we can meet at, things like that. It's been amazing to see how God has worked and moved. And we are excited to see which doors open and which doors close, and just trust in the Lord with the Bible Institute. My husband has also gone with another missionary who works with our same organization, World Reach, but in Argentina. But he lived in Colombia for a great deal of time and worked in Venezuela. And so he has a ton of connections in that jungle area, and my husband was able to go with him. I believe he's gone 2 times now, and he's getting ready to do another trip, and we are in the very beginning steps of seeing if that's a potential location for a Bible Institute, or if that's just a location that we can continue to pour in to these pastors, but in a different way. And so those have been fun trips so far, and we're excited to see what God does with that. We also have a director of operations who helps make sure everything is on the up and up, that we've got communication about finances in terms of classes and copies and everything. And so she does a really great job. And then we have a director of communications that is working on our World Reach Columbia Instagram page. And we have some Bible videos in Spanish that we've uploaded for the Bible Institute students. And so anything that I've mentioned, I'll try to put links down below if you guys are curious and interested. But that's just kind of where we're at right now. And so I wanted to give you guys a quick update. It's been fun these last few weeks just to see how God has opened more doors for the Bible Institute, and just to start praying into where he wants that to go. We've also gotten 2 banners printed. I'll put some pictures of those up here because they just look amazing. So when we go and visit for these preliminary classes, we can now take those banners with us, and it just looks more professional, more put together. It gives the people an idea of who we are and what we do and all of the facets to World Reach. And so that's a lot of fun. But if you guys have any questions about who we are, what we do, put them down below. I just wanted to take a quick minute to introduce ourselves, tell you who we are. We started this YouTube channel during the pandemic because it was the best way to get ministry videos, like actual church teachings, to our kids. And the channel has since adapted, and it's almost become, well, a hobby for me. It's an outlet of creativity and just fun, something to relax. But it's also really neat to give a little bit of an insight and a look into what it looks like to live and serve in ministry. And it doesn't even have to be overseas. Like, that could happen right where you're at anyway. But it's really neat to just give an idea of what it looks like as a family who serves in ministry. And so that's kind of our goal. We also really appreciate that it allows us to communicate our prayer needs and connect with people around the world and pray with and for them. And so that's where we're at. That's why we're on YouTube, just to communicate and share. And God has just been such a blessing through this channel, this community, and in our lives as well. So we're excited to continue showing you guys ministry as we go, and can't wait to see you guys on the next video.